How you doing? Reporting here live from Minsk, Belarus, and sitting in for the women's 57 Open is Haney Jazzarelli, coaching staff from the U.S. How you doing, Haney? Thanks for sitting in with me.
You know, we under a set of numbers. We've got Jennifer Milliken, who has for a huge total. Maria T, who has I guess you can expect. You know, it's.
Yeah, you had said about the deadlifts, and it's true. The Russian, Filimonova, an excellent deadlifter, and historically speaking, absolutely probably the best deadlifter. But have you seen the progress in terms of training videos of Canada's Maria T has been just outstanding.
And I'm not trying to shortchange.
That is great.
She is an exceptional.
It starts packing up.
It really depends for, that'll depend on
that might have rattled
rack prior to. That's a time where you can consider moving up, but it's a very rare.
And yeah, just say it's 132.5 already.
Very rarely does that situation work out.
That would be retake that second same weight.
Absolutely.
The thing is, like we had touched up on, you only got a few fights in you. I know every lifter is different. Very rarely do you see a lifter have 9 fights, 9 grinders in the tank. So if you grind on your opener and squats, hopefully the rest of your openers aren't going the same, because you're probably not going to be grinding out 9 times in a day.
Exactly. And, I think they take a slightly different mentality where, as opposed to focusing on making sure you get as many lifts in as possible, what they're thinking is take a couple shots at the big lift that you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Kenya coming up here from Ecuador.
150 kilo on that bar, moves it very well.
Opener.
And that is what she was now to her plane of motion, the proper plane at all. Take a look at this. Talk about efficiency. Look at that bar pad. The depth was bang on, no deeper than she needed. Chest up. Nicely done.
And out comes the reigning world champion,
Filimonova. How many titles does she have to her name? I believe she's several years in a row been just a dominant force in the 57 kilo class, no?
I actually don't competing at 63 kilos against Kimberly Walford, current 72 kilo champion.
And that's just a phenomenal track record. You take that weight just like you had suggested she likely would. Some coaching staff, everyone's got their different ideas on things, and we've seen all types of funny things happen. People missing lifts and jumping it up by 10 kilo. And
well, when I make that decision, we got Tony coming up right now, going for 115 kilos, 5 kilo jump over her opener.
Only competing 1 year and already at the World Championships, obviously having some quick gains. And Tony with the fabulous blue hair. She's got a 5 kilo jump as well. Let's have a look at Tony's. Nice depth. Yeah, moved pretty well. Probably got another 5 kilo in the tank, you think?
Make the right call for the third and hit that number.
That's right.
Generally speaking, I don't like to on her opener. Gotten 1 red for depth, and she may have been trying to be conservative just to get some kilos in the book. I was just based on how that moved. I'm shocked to see just a 2.5 kilo jump there.
And just a heads up, Filimonova is taking
Talia from the Ukraine coming up.
12 years competing.
And Masters 1.
And let's see, what did you think about that depth?
I think it was there.
Yep. Look at the double bicep pose right there for you. She's got confidence. 11-year veteran, so, if she had been only competing a couple of years, you might be a little concerned if missing her opener. 11 years in the game, she's probably go by.
Absolutely.
And with experience comes confidence, and let's see how she handles this. Some people win title. When it's 2.5 kilos on a squat, perhaps she got. I don't remember if her.
It was tough. Her
was
opener
it? Yeah.
Was very.
Okay.
She was
wait a second.
She fought
yes.
it pretty hard.
And we said, maybe a kilo, possibly 5 at the most.
I've been seeing a cup attempt.
In that
3 white lights, so that's a good lift.
Still 2 for 2. Hasn't missed a lift. Second, third, exact same thing.
Back out with 106, to finish around 167.5, maybe 165, depending looks.
Yep.
Honestly, just upon her nomination.
Race to get on that podium.
Let's see if they have any depth calls there. Nope. Definitely good. 3 white.
We might even have some people getting knocked off the.
I can see where that right hip was right there, though. I'm watching. You're watching the live lift.
Well, yeah, so I, sometimes I like, there is this calls when they're borderline. It's in the third. Then we do greens on the scorecard. And looking at that pacing, and some of our favorites for the gold have missed their second attempts. And you always say, can't base anything on projected.
I'm going to interrupt you there, Ryan. My favorite for the gold did not.
I mean, this is...
I hate to be that American.
Quite the turnaround, yeah. Yeah, that's very American of you. You said it.
I'm actually wearing American flag underwear.
That's right. That's right.
So again, we saw that really hard fight on the opener, really hard fight on the second, and if she makes this, you got to wonder what that's going to take out of her deadlift, if anything.
Oh, she's a fighter, though.
Oh, man.
You know what? So I greatly respect the battle. She's got tons of fight in her, but as you had said, you hope she's not. I mean, how many fights you got in you in a day? She's fought 3 already. You don't have 9.
Well, it really depends on how you train. There are people who are tremendously good at grinding. There's a lot of different ways to train out.
Yeah, I feel great. I'm pacing well.
I miss squats 5 days a week. You don't know what I'm here for.
That's right. I usually miss at least three squats.
Got the Brazilian out there with a 5-kilo jump from her second.
Now, this is a healthy jump. Okay, just deep enough, I believe.
Right on the line for that depth.
Whoa!
What a beautiful squat.
And she stuck with it, kept her chest
Let's
up.
hope she gets that depth.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
A little bit high, 2-1.
Heartbreaking to fight like that and not have it, but it was borderline.
I can see where they made that call.
Yeah.
We're looking for that hip crease below the top of that knee.
It was borderline.
And that was right on the line.
It's heartbreaking to take her away from it, but you got to keep the integrity of sport. Now here, we're talking sleepers in some divisions. Take a look at her projected total. Talk about a dark horse that's coming out of nowhere, can come from behind and just gain ground.
If she makes this puts her into the position for the bronze on the squat, unless Filimonova takes that third. So she'll be taking home a medal. Well, I guess we can't really say until we see Filimonova, but this does put her in a position for that.
Yeah. And looking ahead at the total, she's just quietly putting together a total to possibly creep onto that podium.
Actually, if whether or not she makes this, she's lighter than Filimonova, so they have the same current squat, so she would take that bronze regardless if she missed.
Let's take a look at this. Okay, that's going to be borderline, and it's a little heavy regardless.
Unfortunately, just a tiny bit too heavy.
Yep.
From a beautiful second, too. I expected that to go.
Yeah, you see how 5 kilo in the 57 kilo class, it can be a sudden drop-off.
That is a healthy squat for her, though. She brought in a good second. I think she's still in a great position to be vying for position, or vying for placing at the end.
Really piling on a total.
So we got Filimonova coming out with a 2.5-kilo jump from her missed second. This is one of those, it's a little bit heavier. Maybe it'll take me a little bit deeper type of calls.
Yeah, and maybe she's going to take it a little more serious this time.
It seems to me that she gets an up call from her actual coach who watches her.
Is that right? Whoa!
And a gorgeous grind.
And she fights it out. If you won her title, you're going to fight for it. Filimonova looking to keep that undefeated streak alive.
And that currently puts her in position for gold medal on the squat. We have to have Milliken and T make their next lifts to take gold and silver.
What a fighter. Never underestimate a legend like this.
You'll see her doing lifts like that all day. She's going to be making those grinders and surprising us.
And if she misses a lift, that type of experience, she's not getting rattled.
No.
Confidence increased the weight despite missing. Comes back and nails it.
Well, she got that coach in the back that knows she can move the weight. He just gave that little clap a little bit too early on the last squat, and
that's
so she
it.
missed that
Let's
depth.
put it on the coach, right?
It's definitely the coach's fault. It's always the coach's fault.
Now Maria
T coming back out, trying to reclaim that last squat. She needs this for the total. Every kilo counts for these guys.
Never more true than in this battle. Depth is there. Nicely done. There it is. There it is.
And that's that depth call. There it is. 3 white lights.
It was just a little misgroove. She's back on track. 172.5 in position for the golden squat. Now the American with a world record attempt, 74.5 kilo. It's a decent jump. What do you think?
I would have called for it myself.
Yeah.
You got to go for it.
You were saying
she
that
was
ahead of time.
5 to 7.5 on that last lift, absolutely. And she's got 7 kilos here exactly. I think if she grooves it correctly, she's absolutely strong enough.
7 kilos is by no means an unrealistic jump. I think, it is a good call. And it's a squad event, her event. Is this where she needs to gain those kilos if she's going to win this?
This is an important part of her total, absolutely. You don't see quite the same balance with her that you're going to see with T. But, actually, I think you do.
But those are openers.
All the kilos matter. This is the correct third attempt call.
Very true.
Conservative third would have probably been 172. I think she's going to get it.
Let's see here. Jennifer has found herself in the middle of a battle between a legend and a surprising upstart from Canada. Where does she fit in the mix? Wow. Just smashed the world record.
See that depth call. Let's see.
It's good. 3 white lights.
With lots of room in the tank. She's going to have some grind left on that deadlift.
I tell you what, she does have a lot of left in the tank. She will have some grind left. There was no grind there, was it?
Looked like an absolute spring.
That could have been a second attempt, but I mean, that's easy for me to say.
Typical Canadians.
And there we go. We had some surprises. The American smashing a world record, but our current world champion from Russia perhaps sending a signal, if you want our title, it's going to be a fight. We anticipate a fight. Canada's Maria T. This is so close to call, isn't it?
Honestly, I'm really excited about this. I'm glad to see that they all came in with third attempt squats that are going to be competitive relative to each other. I'm glad to see Milliken make that third attempt world record squat. She's going to need that. She's the lesser of the benchers, at least on nominations, and deadlifters between her and T.
Yeah.
And then, Filimenova's got that giant deadlift. So if they're all taking 6 lifts in, like I said, it's going to be...
It's holy smokes. And here's the thing. In a battle this close, we had said you can't miss too many lifts. Already some of these girls are missing lifts. And possibly, we also see in the Ecuadorian lifter, if anyone continues to miss, the door opens up for maybe a podium finish for her.
Absolutely. And, we saw that yesterday in the 52-kilo class. We had very tight contention and people counting out the American right up until the second deadlift. And so it's really going to come down to putting those numbers up. So, T unfortunately missed that second squat, so she couldn't take the jump to her third like she probably had planned. She looked like she had at least 5 kilos left there. And, Milliken had some kilos left there, but you got to take that record, you got to take that gold and build the total as best you can. It's going to be interesting. It remains to be seen. Nobody is out of this race yet because they all got those third attempts finished in. At least those of them who are in contention for top 3.
That's right. That's right. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with the bench press event. Come back in 18 minutes, and we'll continue this battle for the 57-kilo open women's world championships. Try to do a little bit of translation, so he says it with a
So for the more kind of seasoned or
a little too quick, a little too soon.
that you normally do, you're looking at a much, much more difficult lift.
And that's why often that bench press can be the most dangerous of the lifts in terms of missing attempts. Now, 72.5 kilo loaded on bar for Victoria Jepsen of Sweden.
Nice, easy opener.
And she does not miss
This is
that.
good.
I like her grip. I like when it's a nice, strong, wide grip. But there are, I guess, some people, if you're stronger in certain portions, a closer grip will, minimizing
we see that
that
a lot for shoulder issues.
Yeah, I mean,
issues.
you never know what people are walking in with, particularly masters. You see it a lot with the masters where it's like, yes, I know, young man, but my shoulders have taken a beating, and I'm accommodating this.
This is something, for listeners, this is something you have to consider when you're 37 and still benching.
I
Ryan.
just knew you were going to go there once I said.
All right,
I
Vanessa
should never
from
reveal
Brazil.
my age. You never would have known my age if I didn't say it.
It's like asking a lady her age. You just
That's
don't do
right,
it. You don't
that's
ask
right.
Ryan. Opening with 75 kilos, just 2.5 shy of her personal best.
Nicely done.
Beautiful.
Should be 3 whites, I'm thinking.
The lift is.
Now, something to look for when you're at home. Your butt's got to stay on the bench, and there's the butt cam right there, and hers does. Her feet have to stay flat, but they can move forward and back as long as they don't lift off the ground. Head stays on the bench, elbows locked. There can be no down up. That's for all 3 lifts. Is there any other infraction I'm missing there off the top of my head? I think that's your grip. And they won't give you the start command.
Index
if your
finger
grip.
can't be outside the ring.
Yeah.
There's a popular video that's been released recently regarding what they call the Japanese style grip, where your hands are kind of externally rotated on the bar.
Did they call it the Japanese style grip?
The Jap grip. is
Yeah.
what they call it.
Whose video is that?
That's JP Kalki from.
Gotcha.
He's an Aussie. He is Australian, I believe.
Yeah. Yes.
Looks like a solid opener there.
Yeah.
And so what you're doing there is kind of changing your angle on the bar, minimizing your range of motion. And essentially, the wider you can take your grip and the higher you can take your arch, the less you actually have to move the bar.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who are going to make that argument. That's a less than beautiful bench press. But the fact of the matter is, we're trying to win medals and move weight here.
That's it.
But
You get no artistic points.
Exactly. With regards to the rules, you're kind of gambling with that grip because while your index finger may cover the ring, the actual base of your index finger is outside of the ring. So depending on whoever is sitting in that head judge chair, if they're keeping a close eye on you, you won't get a start command for that, and you're gonna have to reset.
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
The answer is always yes.
It's a thirsty man. Now here's Filimanova. Whoa,
Oh, wow.
wowzers, what happened there?
That looks like a definite miss groove. I don't think we would see her miss a lift like that.
And we know now she's obviously that's not according to plan, but if anybody can rebound, it's going to be her.
That's actually her nominated number that she just missed on the
So
opener there. So that is
it a
in
mi-
theory, her best. But I think that's
Or-
far below her personal best.
Well, so here's she is an
Iceland
older
coming out
lifter.
with 77.5 kilos.
She's born in '76. So her previous, is that her best now? You know what I mean? Where, yeah, she might have hit more previously, but is she still improving? Is she possibly declining a little? Oh, this is another fight.
I think we might see a call
She
there for
gets it.
downward motion. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yep, most definitely. We got those 2 blue cards there. That is the downward motion
Some
call.
up and down on the bar. Little up and down
Yeah,
on
and the
bar.
butt came off as well.
Ever so slightly. That's not what we like to see. 2 openers missed in a row. I hope she can
The
come back and get that.
drama.
I'm surprised with Filimanova, truly.
I'm just worried that if it's it's pretty dicey why she would open with her nominated.
I don't think she's going to bomb out. I would be truly.
Yeah.
That would probably
She'll
be
make
the,
the
most,
adjustments.
the most shocking piece of information at this meet would
It's
be
not
if
the
you told me
craziest.
that Inna Filimanova bombed out of a meet, which I don't think will happen.
Filimanova won last year when Maria T bombed out, and this would be a total role reversal for the 2 of them.
Well, when you're
when
looking
Maria
at
T
the
wins
experience
it.
level, if
yeah.
there's 6 lifts remaining, my friend.
Throwing jabs early. 7. There we go.
we
Now
go.
that should be back on the board here. Have 3 white lights, and that's how you do it.
Natalia.
And Natalia from Ukraine coming out for 80 kilos.
80 kilos.
Yeah, if nothing else, the experience of Filimanova, who is every bit the champ, she's going to retake this opening weight, by the way, for a second attempt. But she's experienced. I'm sure she's been in a situation before. She's missed and come back and hit it earlier today. So
she's probably missed more lifts in competition than most of us have actually taken.
Well said. Yeah, you're very, very true. And at an international level, her pedigree is assured. Let's take a look. We do got. You know what?
Most likely fighting a little bit in the warm-up room, but making the right call.
And also,
trying to get that number on the board.
You know, you're taking a look at maybe seeing a couple missed lifts. If your opener's going to attempts, right? So just hit something you know you're going to hit. Get the nervous system still firing, but it shouldn't be anything too dicey. Nicely done.
Nice, healthy opener.
Yeah.
Tees one up, gets 3 white lights for real.
And that's all you want. I mean, your opener, end of the day, you get yourself on the board, increase the confidence. You don't want to rattle yourself any, but fantastic squat event.
See those red, white, and blue nails, right? Looking
oh,
patriotic.
Wow. Nice catch. We're trying to zoom in here. Thank you, fellas.
We're just a little light. You'll have to probably catch it on our next round.
Yeah. And there's a unfortunate shot.
It's a nice crotch shot.
Lift off, and let's see how she handles her opener. Nicely done. Nicely done. And that's how your openers are supposed to look. Things have gotten
with moving heavy weights. They're able to grind, but this is why you'll see the more novice lifters and those with lower level maxes, they'll hit a grind spot or they'll hit a sticking point, and you know they just will have nothing left. They can't break through it. They can't take the time. And then you watch someone like Kimberly Walford deadlift, for example, and she can grind through a deadlift 6-7 seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a beautiful sight. It's a wonderful thing to watch. But
you could boil an egg when she's grinding out.
Yeah, exactly. And you just don't see it with more novice level lifters.
The South African picked up that 5 kilo.
Got Magdalena coming out from Austria.
Yep, another 5 kilo jump. Controlled descent. Yeah, it's worked, but I think she's got it. I didn't see
that bar
butt
path that was coming up towards her.
Oh, and you know what?
Yellow card.
This would be an absolutely startling turn of events if Villanova does not get a total.
For the reigning world champ.
An undefeated reigning world 7 kilo class. Wow.
And you're talking about a legend of powerlifting bombing out.
No, and that's not like, you throw the word legend around loosely.
Again,
she earned it.
I think she comes back and gets it.
Yeah.
I think she does because she didn't even move it. Watch the second, she blew it up.
Now the Icelandic lifter also, you're only going to move it.
Half the width of the foot. Half the width or half the length of the foot. And that may be completely fictitious.
If you got little baby feet, that's
not very much. With Maria T going out there, we're talking about a half inch.
That's right. Oh, looks like it might be a little much. Yeah. Shakes the head. It was a hell of a fight, though.
Hopefully she that on the third.
Now, she bought herself some insurance by hitting her over pauses and fights.
I'm surprised. Looking back on Sweden, they only opted for another 2.5 kilos there.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
82.5 kilos.
That is pretty surprising. Perhaps saving a little gas for the deadlift event.
And this is an interesting choice. Natalia from Ukraine. She missed 80 kilos, I think, on the butt.
And, yeah, so maybe she feels as though, look, I'm good for it. But it's just, why back yourself in that corner? Because now, if 80 kilos wasn't a strength issue, 82.5 could be. And you miss 82.5 due to strength, what are you going to do? You don't get stronger in 5 minutes. Yeah, exactly.
You start struggling, that butt's coming up.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I agree with you in terms of attempt selection, but she might just throw some egg on her face. Oh, my God.
There it is. There it is, and it sticks on her chest.
And now it is strength. So 80 kilo wasn't a strength issue, and 82.5 is. And we were saying, 2.5 kilo, it's a huge, it could be a drop-off in this event.
It's a paper-thin line.
It is. Paper-thin line. And that's why
we got Kenya coming out from Ecuador taking a 7.5 kilo personal best on her bench press on their second.
Yep.
And her opener looked great, and that was a personal best as well.
Healthy. 7.5 kilo jump. That's very healthy jump. And pacing for this goal.
See every time she comes out, she gives them that reminder on the handoff. You can see some of these girls getting handoffs that are a little tough. Filminova in particular, I saw her rock left and right a little bit on the last one. She's got to
now Filminova speaks Russian.
Yeah, they share the language. I don't know why she isn't speaking to them, but obviously to each their own. Everyone works their own way.
Yep. That's a nice setup. Wow. All right, well, that, for all intents and purposes, that is your gold medal.
One call for the butt, I think.
Yep. But 2 whites is all you need. It'd be hard to see her butt rising from. Well, okay, yeah.
All right, Tony coming out, taking about 2.5 kilos shy of her personal best on the third.
Looking to go 3 for 3.
Power's all in the blue.
Tony, go ahead, see Republic.
You probably could have took your pick on infractions, I guess. But well, I'm looking for sports analogies here.
Absolutely not. I would never have predicted that in a Filimanova.
Because she was the
bomb
veteran.
out.
She was the veteran.
Easily the most seasoned of all of these.
Yeah.
191 though. Actually held by Filimanova.
Let's
Something
take a look
like
at
that.
what T's say it.
Some positivity will be good here. Channel it to her.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
and she's out.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Like that she missed 80 kilo for opener. Why on earth did she?
It is not the choice to
Yeah,
make.
well, in the women's 57 kilo. Now, just a reminder, Filimanova may have bombed out, but you will see her deadlifting.
New record.
And that looks like another good lift, 95 kilo, by the Ecuadorian, who is just nicely
Take
putting
that one
together
red
a
all day
title.
long.
Or putting together, sorry, a totally done. 3 whites.
So this does put her in position to finish with what looks like the bronze medal on the bench.
Loaded Maria.
Oh, excuse me, that might be the actually.
Blocks aren't up yet.
Yeah, 3 lifters to go, though, so now we'll see.
Well,
if
these
based on
two are
body
both
weight.
heavier
Yeah,
than she is.
that's right. Based off of body weight.
Clock is
She just
reset.
The lift. it's more of an issue for the sumo pullers.
I think it was last year before we saw the feet come right out from under someone, slip under.
Last week and a half, I've seen so many sessions.
You can make predictions after watching how other people's openers have looked, though. You're going to see some grinds on some of these. So, you know, after watching the squat and the bench press for Caroline Soon, for example, from France, I would not.
That's a little. Think again, my
there
friend.
we go. I've been wrong before.
Yeah. That was, I mean, well, okay. If she retakes that, I'm pretty confident she'll have it, though.
See, I think the torso moved, and I think they made the mistake of calling a little bit of forward torso movement
torso
without
movement
the
and
bar
not bar
moving
movement,
down.
yeah.
It's not against the rules for your torso to move forward like that.
Yep, absolutely right.
Caroline Soon here, I'm going to call it. I think we're going to see some fight here.
You could bet the house on.
I mean,
wow.
Clearly the easiest of her openers.
Yeah. There you go. Well, you'll see some fight in her in their second and third attempts, but you know what? She best in place, and you feel most powerful.
Tell that to Kimberly Walford.
Yeah, I understand
There's
it.
a
What's
significant opportunity for additional friction there that you really don't want to introduce.
Especially if you're sumo and it's gnarling hitting sleeve, and what is the benefit?
I mean, if you catch the lip on the bottom of that sleeve,
or even just gnarling, rubbing again. Now she gets that, by the way, and she's on the board, and that's because she's in contention. Even just the gnarling, rubbing again on the way up. What is the benefit, though? I see tons of drawback. What is the benefit?
I don't think you're really getting into a deep
Your
enough
knees
knee
are-
bend in a deadlift that you're going to get the
You
benefit
shouldn't.
from the.
How low do knee sleeve? Pro team knee sleeves are gonna be like this guy nicely pulled narrow stance. Total opposite of sumo. Yeah, you see what I mean? Where the baby powder's just the inside.
She's got that nice efficiency though, where her hips are coming really close to the bar. She's staying reasonably upright for a conventional puller, so she's obviously built to pull that way.
Oh yeah, no.
Cornelia.
It's bench. It's work, but it's a lockout.
Nice knockout.
Look very solid.
Yep.
Cornelia.
You often see that those huge benchers, you know, they tend to have the shorter arms, or if they have the longer arms, they have big, thick rib cages. And so
Yeah.
for her, you know, she's kind of battling with those short arms. You see where she locks out. It's basically right in front of her hips. So
Yeah. Little bit of work, but she does it.
gorgeous.
5 kilo jump. And we know she's got plenty of fight in her.
From France.
Grinders seem to thrive in the deadlift, so
Yeah.
I'd be shocked to see her walk away from a fight unhappy.
Nicely done. You know what? And we have thousands of viewers, so our YouTube has been dropped, but our Facebook is running, and obviously this will be up on our YouTube after the fact.
Natalia coming back out here. She is out of the full competition because she bombed out on the bench press, but we're looking for her to be vying for one of the individual lift medals in the deadlift.
Yep. And nothing better.
Well, you know, this is an interesting conversation with regards to the proximity to the leg, but for people who are going to be rubbing on the leg, like Victoria Jepsen right here with that fantastic deadlift,
Yep.
she's reducing friction there. That's exactly what that does, and you know that's only going to work to your favor. And no them going to the third attempt tied.
Wow. You know, but the thing is, the Ecuadorian obviously missed it
All right, both these next young ladies,
just at the lockout,
bars loaded. In their previous
and
polls,
Chinese
they
Taipei
broke
had
the
missed
world
it
record
without breaking
in
from the
trouble.
floor. So
And here's Jennifer Milliken coming out, trying to expect to see her fighting for a big lift on that third to win. Tony from South Africa coming out, a 10 kilo jump from her second.
oh my God, Maria T is, well, she's going for the gold. She's increasing 10 kilo. Out on her shield and pull for the win regardless.
All right, changes in.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
142.5, Tanzer.
I could be
Well,
wrong. I've been
if it
wrong
gets
before.
too late in the game, she's not going to go lower than 197 and a half.
I think that number is just to push Milliken to go a little higher. T can change at the last minute. We'll see. I suspect.
Yeah, it's always hard to get in the coaching staff's head, although we do have a member of the coaching staff here. 10 kilo jump by Tanzer of Austria.
Mechanically, it just works out.
Fights. Wow, 3 white lights goes 3 for 3 in the deadlift event. Sometimes the weight is going to bully around a little bit, but she's not the type to get bullied and not fight back, I'll tell you
Yulia
that.
from Russia taking 167.5.
Yeah, the bar is going to stay the
Come
same.
on, Julia. Давай.
Oh, nicely.
We may or may not see a ramping call there for that.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
let's see
I don't
what the
think
judges
so.
say.
Yeah,
And it's good.
It's good.
Three for three in the deadlift event. Victoria Jepsen of Sweden, only competing 2 years, already at the World Championships, and she's taking a 2.5 kilo increase.
Excellent pull right there.
There you go. She's
See that
happy.
smile.
Yeah, well fought. Had an excellent lifting day, and she might be putting herself in a podium finish. Bring hers down, and it's too easy to solidify.
And we just now saw a change right here for the Chinese Taipei lifter. She increased her third attempt by 2.5 kilos. Her projected +10 would have tied her with Kenya from Ecuador, but she is the heavier of the two lifters, so she had to take another 2.5 kilo jump up over what she missed on her last attempt, and so she's pulling for third place.
But at the same time, if they drop it too much, then they're allowing Jennifer to pull. They need Jennifer to miss her third, and if her third isn't very heavy, she won't miss it.
If T makes this, Milliken is going to need to take a 5 kilo jump from second, so basically reduce her third attempt from what it is to 192.5 kilo.
That's right. They're trying to push her while at the same time, oh my gosh, this is too much. And
with that, she has solidified second place. Milliken is now just pulling for the juice, going for that world record deadlift.
Yeah, and that's, you know what, like obviously Maria T is like her 4.52.5 is over the world record. I mean, that's just a phenomenal day. This is a historic day.
Not
Jennifer,
anymore, actually.
What's that?
That's not over the world record anymore.
Well, no, I know.
Like
the old world record.
Yeah, world record right now, and we see a little change from Jennifer Milliken, a reduction of 2.5 kilos on the third. So she's just trying to probably set a personal best right now, and this is a world record deadlift, another world record total. Opportunity to finish with 9 lifts.
How insane is this? The former world record just getting smashed, and Jennifer Milliken.
And I think this is going to go.
Whoa, it's off the floor. The knees shake, but she does not stop pulling. Gets a down command. Is it enough? Was it locked out? Oh, no, you know what? That was close.
They called her for the downward motion in her shake. I'm surprised to see that.
Let's see that replay. I mean, it's academic.
I don't think I would have called that.
See the bar. No, the bar.
I think they should challenge that call.
You know what? They likely could challenge that call because they got a white light.
Gino, tell them to challenge that. What? Tell them to challenge that. Go ahead. Tell them to challenge that. You can go. You can go.
So Haney, who is he's an American coach, and he's going back to tell the coaching staff, hey, look, challenge that call. If you get a white light, you're allowed to go to the jury. Look, we have the benefit of a slow-mo replay. And it looked like, her body was revving. And it doesn't matter if your knees lock on lock, whatever. It's all about the bar itself coming up and down. And it looks like we do have a challenge coming. There's Suvin Harwick putting in the challenge. But regardless, we said it was going to come down to the deadlifts. And Jennifer Milliken of the U.S., historic, phenomenal deadlifting and solidified the gold medal. Marie T from Canada, her total beats the previous world record, 342.5 kilo. The previous total world record was 350. So you see how quickly records are falling and the level of powerlifting just increasing. And nobody would suspect it. Filimonova would have bombed out like that, as well as the Ecuadorian coming out of nowhere to hop on the podium. And I think, was it too late to challenge?
You know, I'm not really sure what the timing worked out like there. It looked like she just got a swift shake no of the head.
Well, it is what
it's
it
kind
is.
of a, you got your win, shut up and go home.
Look at, exactly. Well, a win is a win. It is what it is.
Everybody wants to disagree with judges. Thank you.
Congratulations. This is bitter. This is bitter for myself.
Smiling through his teeth there.
That's right. I'm doing the polite Canadian move here. Any final thoughts?
Polite,
That's as polite as I can be right now. I just gave my final thoughts. Do you want to contribute to anything? I was just saying it was how quickly powerlifting is moving. Where 450 was the previous world record, and look at, we had 2 lifters go over 450.
Yeah, that was incredible. Honestly, to see the world record broken, what was that, twice? 3 times with Milliken's second deadlift.
Yeah.
So 3 times, and to trade first place back and forth like that. Unfortunately, an unexpected miss with T's second. You know, we obviously had some challenges with Milliken's third. So who knows where that could have gone.
Always drama.
But great class to watch. We had that unexpected bomb out from Filimonova, which is surprising. I mean, really, really shocking.
And we're going to be back in a couple of minutes.
It's been great.